Roger Federer and Marin Cilic are getting ready to contest the second men's semifinal here at the U.S. Open. Cilic to serve. What can we expect from Cilic, Luke?
Big serving. He likes his ground strokes. One of the things, he gets stuck in patterns. He likes his forehand cross court, and if he does that on the run, Roger is very aware of that pattern. And then what he's going to do is take his forehand down the line. It's move and counter move. And for Cilic to do well tonight, late afternoon here, he's going to have to do exactly that. 123 into the corner, big serving, some cheap points. Very similar to what Monfils did in the previous round against Roger Federer. Just kind of dictate with the big serve and just see how the 33-year-old Federer reacts.
Nice. Luke, is there anything you look for when you watch Roger Federer play that tells you this is going to be him at his top line, or he's going to have to work himself into it?
Two shots that I always look for. Number one is serving percentage. That first serve percentage high. When he's hitting his spots, he's very difficult to break. And his forehand. I thought his forehand was breaking down. Last year he lost in the fourth round to Robredo, and it was just shocking the number of shots he just mishit off of that side. And then against Monfils, when the forehand's not reliable, it takes a huge chunk. Takes a huge chunk out of his game. His backhand's the weaker side. Got that. But you win points, big points, and matches with your weapons. And if those aren't firing, boy, that's trouble.
Federer with a forehand winner already in this game, but game point Cilic, opening game of this second semifinal here at the U.S. Open. And Cilic holds. I can tell you this, Luke, this atmosphere is dramatically different than it was for Nishikori, Djokovic. And people are fired up. Feels like a night match.
It was pretty hot during that match, and the rallies were long, and it was kind of, seesawing back and forth. But this is the established star. With Nadal not being in here, Roger really is carrying the load to this fan base that is kind of maybe the fringe fan that kind of knows the game but kind of doesn't follow it all the time, so they may not know Cilic or Nishikori. And they know that Roger, one of the last maybe couple of years, you'll get a chance to see the great Roger Federer at this level.
30-15.
.116 ace down the tee.
Hitting those spots. Federer's 33 years of age. Just turned 33 August 8th. And a couple of aces to start this opening service game for Federer. We're quickly at 1-all. That was 128.
1 game all for set.
And Federer, the oldest to rank in the top 3 since Andre Agassi in 2003. And mathematically, Federer actually could finish the year #1, depending on how things go. He's threatening Djokovic now.
Well, it's a big point grab now for Roger Federer because he lost in the 4th round last year. This is all bonus. So even though last year was a terrible loss, the great thing is now he's got nothing but positives in the points race.
Nice.
30 love.
Cilic will rise to at least number 13 in the world as a result of this performance. He could go no higher than 12 if he reaches the final. Cilic, the 14 seed, lowest seed to make the semi since 2007 when Federer made it. Cilic with a love hold. On serve through 3 games here in the opening set of the second semifinal at the US Open. Federer serving now 1-2. Not much to separate these two here early on.
15 love.
Roger, 5-time champion here. Trying to reach his 26th major final. Nice.
Very interesting how much Roger uses the slice backhand. When you're playing tall players like Cilic, you want to try to get that Cilic height to get down, bend the knees, bend the back. Try to dig up some of those low change-up pace types of balls.
You know, Monfils said that Federer changed the tactic on him the other night, started using that slice to keep it really low, and it eventually wore Monfils down.
There's that wrinkle. 40-15 has a scoring advantage, so throws in a little serve and volley action.
He served and volleyed a lot against Monfils.
He was missing so much on the forehand side, losing so many ground stroke points that he was kind of forced into it, to be perfectly honest.
Well, Cilic making a run here has got it back to deuce.
Juice.
Look at Ed Berg. And Cilic now with a break point, as he has just been rocking these returns. Federer said that Cilic has really cleaned up his game. They're scoring even. Ivanisevic, part of the reason he's cleaned up his game. Second serve Federer's had to hit. And Cilic strikes first. Marin Cilic comes from behind to break serve and has the 3-1 lead, so it's a day of the underdog so far. And a reminder to go to usopen.org as we head toward our final few days here at the US Open. Still plenty to see on that website.
One of the things we really have to start looking for, and we haven't talked about it, is how much did that 5-setter kind of gut Roger Federer? I mean, how much does he truly have left? Because right now he's losing almost all the ground stroke points. He gets out of his first service game with 3 aces, but then up 40-15 kind of stumbles and gets broken. And he's doing most of the running, and Cilic is doing all the dictating from the ground.
And it is heavy conditions, much like the night he played Monfils. It was a 3-hour, 19-minute match for Federer, which is the longest match he's played at this year's U.S. Open. But the emotion of it, Cilic is the better man so far. Chip and charge.
You ever get a chance to come to these Grand Slams, one of the must-see places to go are the practice courts. And Roger and Edberg work on all these little wrinkles, whether it's a serve and volley, whether it's the chip and charge like that, all these little plays in the pre-match warm-up. So it's all rehearsed. Built a stadium out there on the P1 through P5.
That's nice.
A huge addition to this tournament.
A lot of fans watch the practices. Federer not happy with that backhand. A big gust of wind blowing up in the middle of that point. We may not be done with the rain. This is a system moving through that's supposed to dry it out a little bit, blow some of this humidity out of here, but it is hot and humid. And Federer earns a break point. This will be his first chance.
Federer's gotten off to slow starts the last few matches. Granollers, he was actually lost the first set, came back and won, and then the Monfils match, down 2 sets to love, down 3-1 here.
Break point saved. Again, there's Goran Ivanisevic. Would it be more of a mental boost from Ivanisevic to Cilic than the tactical?
That's part of it, but deep down, I mean, you've got to do more than say, hey, buddy, you're great, you're good enough, you can do this. You've got to give substance and something tangible for these guys to go out there and attack their opponent. I mean, this is a great run. This doesn't happen without great leadership and direction.
Cilic has won 45 matches this season. It's already second most in his career. And Cilic fights off a break point to stay a break ahead of Roger Federer as Cilic leads 4-1 here in the first set. First point here, 1-4 Federer serving. I mean, what do you think about this right now? Is this more up to Cilic at the moment? You think Federer's too many errors? Or?
Well, Roger should have held at 40-15. So then that would have been on serve. And then Roger had a break point the last game. So if Roger just converts on a couple of points, this is a different. He's actually up a break 3-2 at this point. So it's amazing how just their swing points from here and there. It's not like Roger's playing that bad. Cilic has been very calm considering the circumstances, in my opinion. I think he's done a great job handling the stage here in the semifinal. First time at this elevation.
Yeah. I mean, he's not shown any sign of being tight. And Federer admitted that this outcome of this match is going to have a lot to do with Cilic. Oh, that is, talk about cool. That is a big-time shot to hit under pressure.
40-15.
Gets underneath this ball, see a little side spin, put a little extra, more of an accent on it. He's been in here before, tries a serving volley again, exactly what he tried at 40-15 on his last service game. Doesn't get a chance to get a racket on the ball this time.
Maybe Roger needs to stay away from 40-15. Still a game point. And Federer holds this time. Federer chasing Marin Cilic here in this opening set, but as Luke mentioned, he's gotten off to slow starts. A couple of his matches, 2 of his last 3 matches, he's lost the opening set, and for Cilic, it's exactly what he needs to try to win this first set.
And you notice that after the 3-ace game was the first service game for Roger Federer, he hasn't served an ace. So his serve has kind of been neutralized. He's serving a high percentage of first serves at 79%, but he's not winning a ton of those serves, a ton of those points. Won 10 of 15 for 67%. You didn't think with that high first serve percentage he'd be winning more. I wonder, the question I have is, as both players know Nishikori is in the final, that is a huge opportunity. It's not Djokovic, it's not a Murray, it's not a Nadal. And Roger's going, man, I almost won Wimbledon a little while ago. And now I've got Nishikori if I beat this guy. How much kind of an element of this tournament sitting right here for me adds to the pressure? And there's the guy who always looks kind of worried, Stefan Edberg. And Cilic already out. 11 winners in this set.
He's a much different guy to me, Luke, just looking at his demeanor on the court. Not that he was ever in any way anxious, but he just looks so sure of himself now out there.
Third ace of the set for Cilic.
Game point. Cilic fires another ace. He's up to 4 now in the opening set, and Federer must hold to stay in the set. Now, some anxious fans, if Marin Cilic is no longer anxious on the tennis courts, Federer's down 2-5. Just one break deficit here.
And if you're Roger Federer, as he hits his 4th ace of the set, What you're trying to do is get a good solid hold here and see if any type of scoreboard pressure can get into the mind of the first-time Grand Slam semifinalist. Because you're only down a break. You know, you're not that far away. The deficit looks a lot worse than it really is. And it can be a real swing in momentum right now.
Well, and if you look at the stats right now, as you see Michael Jordan and Ahmad Rashad looking on Jordan, the inspiration for the shoes Federer has on. But if you look at the stats right now, Federer looks great. 10 winners, 3 unforced errors.
But
5 aces.
Key points.
Yeah, that's
40-15,
that's the difference.
should have held that game, had a break point the very next day, did not play a quality point.
And Federer holds comfortably. And this is where the champions are made. Federer needs to break to stay in the set. Let's see if Cilic is up to the task.
And it's how you handle pressure, where you really decide to put the pressure. If I'm Cilic, I say to myself, listen, I have the advantage because I'm up 5-3. And when you have this type of advantage, you can go for more. Because worst case scenario, you play a bad game, you're still up 5-4. It's a must-win.
But even against somebody like Federer?
Absolutely, because you don't want to walk away from this game going, I played kind of nervous, played kind of conservative, and then all of a sudden, the guy who has the deficit has the confidence and has the momentum. Man, if I'm coaching Cilic right now, it's like, buddy, go for the winners, go for the ace. Everything you're doing is great. Don't let Roger feel he even has like any type of chance in this game, that he's controlling it. Serve 125 right down the tee.
Federer said he thought playing Monfils would help him against Cilic. You see similarities between the two at all?
Both big servers, very good athletes. I would say Cilic is a little bit more mentally sound. Isn't going to do the roller coaster up and down with the emotions. Kind of. Notice how Roger is consistently the one off balance. Yeah. Lunging here, lunging there. The weight of shot from Cilic is doing the job.
It's one of the things Federer said he lacked last year, that he was doubting himself on court, and it affected his movement more than anything else. But right now, Cilic is just hitting bombs at him, and he's 2 points from the set. Nothing's working for Federer, and Cilic has come out very strong and now has 3 set points.
Well, Roger's going to walk away from the set and go, kind of what happened here? I have 10 winners, 3 unforced errors, 5 aces. I served 75% first serves in. My opponent just played better.
And Cilic with an exclamation point to end the set. That's exactly right. Cilic was the better man in this first set. And Federer down a set in the U.S. Open semis. Roger Federer losing that opening set in a way that we've seen him do to other people. I mean, Cilic was on a whole other level. The numbers are, like you mentioned, not bad for Federer from that first set, but it was Cilic who took advantage of his opportunity, got that one break, and that was the difference.
See Roger really trying to keep the point shorter, trying to attack his opponent to see if Cilic will just hesitate just a little bit. But this reminds me so much of when Pete Sampras was just coming off of, when he dominated in the 90s. And then he lost to Leighton Hewitt in the final. And then he lost to Marat Safin in the final, where he was the legend, but the young guys were just starting to feel their game.
I mean, Federer right now has got to have some help from Cilic. These fans are trying to help him. Just hoping this storm called Marin Cilic blows itself out.
It's ironic, is it? When Michael Jordan came out and they interviewed him about what it's like to play in your later years, and Jordan talked about the focus that you have, that you don't have the speed or the makeup quickness or the strength of these young guys, but you do have the experience and to be able to focus from, you know, point to point. And think about it, he drops his you know, service game in the first set, 40-50, and kind of let that go a little bit. I mean, it's going to take more energy out of Roger Federer just trying to maintain that edge, because the other guy isn't flinching. The other guy looks extremely comfortable. And Roger's having to bring up the come-ons, you know what I mean? He's having to dig that deep. And the amount of effort Roger had to put into the fight to battle from 2 sets to love down double match point in the 4th set. Only at the 5th set did he really kind of pull away and his opponent faded. But for 4 sets, he was in a titanic battle.
Cilic is just so strong at the moment, and he breaks to open the 2nd set.
And hope that this guy comes off of this tree serving with. He's serving from 6 aces now for the match, first one. He's just serving bombs. Well, there's no doubt that the coach for Cilic, Goran Ivanisevic, has given Cilic a plan to move Federer all over the place.
It's working out, but would you have predicted that?
I would not. I did not see this coming. I thought it was going to be a classical match between 2 all-court players, but Roger's just getting out-hit. He's getting pushed around.
He's getting Del Potro.
Yeah.
Just of a different kind. Game point, Cilic.
Out getting forehand to forehand exchanges. Something where Cilic has to sit there and come up with a kind of a mental thought instead of right now. He's just not having to hit a thing. He's just in the zone. Cilic is just hitting away, finding an open court. But if you can somehow get him in the long exchanges, real simple exchanges, any way to break the confidence, the rhythm, the timing, and tempo from a hot opponent.
Federer winning that long exchange. Most of those have been going Cilic's way.
He's also roaring. Roger Federer, you hear him, come on, let's go. He's sending a message to the other side. Wake up, buddy. You're playing Roger Federer. You're playing me. You're not playing just anybody out on a field court. And you just hope that kind of the newbie to the big stage kind of like comes back to the pack a little bit.
Now Federer is challenging this call on the baseline. He goes to the chase review.
Boy, is Roger antsy. I mean, he is really annoyed right now.
The the game belongs to Cilic if this is in, and it was in. So Cilic consolidates his break and moves ahead 2-love here in this set.
He was very agitated in the last round against Monfils, and he's clearly agitated here.
Well, Federer's tried a lot of different looks already. I mean, he's come into the net 10 times. He's trying to rally from the baseline. Cilic has just been a fortress. Nothing's penetrating him right now. He's got to hope for a little bit of a letdown.
I'd like to see a little bit more offense off the forehand side. Take a few more chances on the return of serve and start moving Cilic around instead of right now Roger's the one doing all the running and scrambling. Cilic is doing a really good thing. When Roger Federer is serving and volleying, he's not trying to hit a winner on the return. He's hitting these low returns, and then Roger is stuck with these defensive volleys.
I'm sure to Federer right now, he feels like he's having a nightmare and he's trying to wake himself up. This is not what Federer had hoped for. He's not being given any time to get into this match.
Notice how Cilic on the run there, out to the backhand side.
40-15.
Again, a very difficult shot. Cilic is hitting with a lot of depth and a lot of pace.
And Federer on the board. Roger Federer, though, chasing here to start the second, down a set as well.
Number 1 set to love.
It's just making it look easy.
Yeah, I mean, he's missed a couple of forehands, and I just wonder if that's an area that maybe Roger can kind of pick on and just see if that can just be just kind of a little bit of a crack. You know, I mean, that's all you're kind of looking for. He's serving big.
Well, his numbers are more human-like this set. 5 winners, 5 unforced errors. Hear the ovation for Federer just to get back to 30 all.
And this is kind of a high-risk play. I love the play, but again, this is kind of a spin-off. He's not going to be doing that on a consistent basis. See if he does it again here. For Roger to get back into this, he's got to win more convincing ground stroke rallies.
Game point, Cilic. Do you feel like Cilic has taken Roger out of his comfort zone, just the fact that he's attempting some of these higher risk returns?
Well, he's got a lead.
Yeah.
So he's able to, because of his game and everything, he's got a little comfort zone to play a little freer. Roger, look at those two backhands, sloppy backhands, some 30-all. Here's an opportunity. Just shanks two backhands.
But he was going for that short return, you know.
You got to make it. When you're down, you got to put the ball in play. And you can, hear his frustration. For Roger Federer, that's an outburst.
Yeah.
There's another error on the backhand side. He's got to slice that. He's got to extend the rally a little bit.
Cilic is just hitting it huge. I mean, he has no time on that backhand.
But don't take a big swing on it. If you're getting like hammered at, you have got to sit there and okay. It's becoming kind of a bang fest, and that favors Cilic because he's the one with the set and breakup. He's the one with the momentum. If Roger wants to go after some shots, go after with your forehand. It's getting ugly. I mean, this wasn't that ugly. Monfils was there having good long rallies, and Monfils was capitalizing on some moments, but Roger's really not even in this match right now.
He's out of sorts. Now 30-all. Feels like he's going to have Cilic's level drop to boost his belief.
Well, there's no doubt he's been emotionally committed to this match and the last match because he's had to, where the game has got to pick up and you call upon it emotionally.
Good change up there by Federer to set himself up here with game point. And Federer holds, but he's barely hanging on. Cilic up a set and a break.
By 3 games to 2.
Well, the legendary Roger Federer is being made to look like a mortal here so far in this semifinal of the U.S. Open, as Cilic, really from all facets of the game, has been dominating. Here's his serve profile. This set, though, only 33% of his first serves have gone in. So he's starting to come back to the field a little bit, as they say.
With that shot, with that specific shot, but he's still winning a lot of the ground stroke rallies.
15.
Federer's managed to hit just 2 winners so far in this set.
And the serving games are going fast for Cilic. You know, it's like Roger's not even getting his teeth into the return side. And then he's having to struggle just to hold serve. Got to slow this guy down. You have got to make real, watch what Roger's doing, just kind of a walkabout, stretch things out, let Cilic kind of sit and think about it, and break the Cilic rhythm.
Wow. And in the blink of an eye, Cilic holds serve, much like we've grown accustomed to seeing Federer do back in his glory days. Wow. What a quick hold.
And to me, Roger Federer's got to get out of those quick points. I mean, you can use that moving forward. We've already seen a set and a half of this serve and volley, you know, this fast pace, giving Cilic a target at this point in time is not helping. So he's got to somehow get in the longer rallies, use his feet, see if Cilic can come down off the baseline points and then hold serve like this. A good example, bang, bang, 30 love. But to be able to break right now, it's going to really have to come down to, can he really beat Cilic? Forehand to forehand, backhand to backhand, that trench warfare that you see so much in the modern game. Two points too short. He's got to take a little off right now to extend the rally, even if he loses it, just to see where can this guy break down. I think he can break him down off the forehand side.
Just goes out.
And Roger's winning points here just on his serve. I think moving forward, it is going to be so critical for the Federer forehand to get engaged here, to show up.
Yeah, he is just being passed at will in this match. I haven't seen a match where Federer's getting passed this season.
Well, he's usually not at the net this much, and he's at the net because he's getting beat from the ground, and he's hitting half volleys, low volleys, tough volleys.
Federer chasing Cilic. He's got to break, though, and running out of time.
There's that forehand, kind of guided that, and maybe just a hint of nerves, a hint of thought, because there's no way Cilic thought he was going to be up in this position, 6-3, 4-3, playing this well. But it's the way that this match has transpired. I mean, Roger clearly, look at that backhand, just sails on him. That's why he has to go right to the slice. Just go right to the slice, put the thing in, even if it's not going to sit up, so Cilic can't tee off on it.
Yeah.
With this toss and backhand, even if he puts it in, it's up in the strike zone. And Cilic is winning the backhand-to-backhand exchanges.
He's winning every exchange right now. Hasn't dropped a first serve point this set. And that streak continues. The only points he's lost serving have been on his second serve. And he's 5 of 10 on second serve points. There's just no hole in his game right now. Nothing Federer can pick on.
The fans are stunned. I mean, they're just wild. What's going on? Where's this guy from? I mean, I'm glad he's in the semis and everything, but there's the brain trust, Goran Ivanisevic in the green hat. They've got to be extremely pleased with this performance.
Well, Cilic not slowing down. But can Federer somehow find a formula for success? This is a tough problem to solve. Cilic now 1 game away from a 2-sets-to-love lead. And we have not yet played an hour. Federer, of course, did lose the first 2 sets to Monfils. Came back, saved 2 match points in the process. But this is a much different feeling match.
Yeah, and these bang-bang points are just getting him in trouble. He lengthened the rally this time, but Cilic isn't just hitting the ball hard, he's hitting the ball into the corners. Great placement. The only thing really working for Roger right now on the offensive side is his serve. That's keeping him relevant in this match.
Can't make up that break. Seemed stunned at the end of that first set. It led to a break right away. And this all looks good, and it is important. It must happen, him holding serve, but the real story is, can Federer break Cilic? Let. It also called out.
We let loose on the backhand side, going for that sideline.
And we've just been playing 1 hour, and Federer's in danger of being down 2 sets to love.
The return side, it's almost like Cilic knows what Roger's going to do before Roger does it. So if Roger says, I'm going to serve and stay back, the return is appropriate, nice and deep. And when Roger comes into the net, serves and volleys, the return is just at his laces.
Oh, that was a big point for Federer and for Cilic. Cilic can't get to set point.
Off the forehand side. Just take a mental note on that.
The Cilic forehand?
Yep. Then he comes up with that. I mean, it's just there's. What do you want Roger to do? I mean, I really. He's tried slowing him down. He's tried serving and volleying, chipping and charging.
Now, there's not a lot of plays Roger hasn't tried. That's the frustrating thing for him.
Advantage Federer.
Game point Federer. See both camps. So Federer hangs on, but again, he must break serve, or he's facing the same deficit he faced in his quarterfinal. Now this crowd fully behind this man, as they want to see Federer get back into this. But Cilic has played the role of the spoiler, and he serves for a 2 sets to love lead. Have you ever seen a favorite so embraced by an international audience as Federer?
He just crosses so many borders just because of his class, the way he carries himself. But these fans are completely stunned.
Touch love.
One of the things Roger may be able to do is get closer to the baseline, maybe take the ball a little bit earlier and attack by taking time away from Cilic in these ground stroke exchanges. Get the ball on him quicker.
Not going to happen. Not right now. And Cilic with triple set point to go up 2 sets to love. Quickly moving toward the third set. You see anything Federer can
Well, like I said,
throw?
he's holding serve for the most part. He dropped his serve in the first game here, had a loose game in the first set. So it's not like he's getting smoked on that side. But he has had no break points so far in the second set.
So after an hour and 6 minutes, Marin Cilic leads Roger Federer 2 sets to love in his pursuit of the US Open final. Well, Roger Federer once again faces a 2 sets to love deficit. This is not Gal Monfils, so this is Marin Cilic. And Federer starts the set with an ace.
I'll tell you, it just got real now. The US Open with Nishikori in the final, first-time finalist, and this youngster Cilic.
Touch love.
Roger, one of the last of the big four, still standing. Nadal didn't show up because of injury. Djokovic lost in the other semi today to Nishikori, and Murray lost to Djokovic in the quarter here after a subpar year. Boy, the game is changing.
40 love.
We've had one of those 3 in the final here. Last time it didn't happen was 2003. Roddick won his lone Grand Slam title. 40 love for Federer opening game. And that's not going to work. So Federer holds serve to start this set, something he could not do in the second set. Federer leading love 15, and you thought he had won the match. This place just went crazy. Desperately want to see Federer back in this.
What you're trying to do with the mindset of Roger Federer is that you're not thinking about the match right now. You're thinking about winning this set. Because the 4th set doesn't matter, isn't even relevant, the 5th set. You've got to win this 3rd set. And you put everything into this, and then you continue if you're able to win it. Cilic, on the other hand, he knows the resistance is going to be from the crowd, from his opponent. And does any self-doubt start to say, can I maintain the lead? You know what I mean? And that's the worst trap you can fall into. You just keep doing what you're doing. And remember, all you have to do is win one of the last 3. you don't have to worry about the third. You know, you just keep playing. You don't have to prove anything. You've already proven you can win on this against this legend in the first 2 sets. And just 2 players on 2 different mental, emotional islands right now.
Federer playing the scoreboard and Cilic not.
The last thing Cilic should play is the scoreboard. Don't think about the finish line. And definitely don't think about the last match that Federer played on this court, down 2 sets to love, and he comes back.
It's a lot not to think about, Lou. And Federer sets up break point right away here at the start of the third.
30-40. Thank you. Please.
Is it deja vu? Still early to tell. But that is an excellent start to this set for Federer.
Third set.
How does Cilic respond? Nice little point there. Good aggressive cut on the approach shot. We may have a ball game here. What do you say? Who dat? What is it?
I don't know what he said, but I liked it.
15 all.
He looked right at Cilic. This is my house. It. Thought he was picking up Cilic's shots much better in that rally, but ultimately hands the break chance back to Cilic.
And the key for this game is that the Roger Federer serve isn't giving him points. He's having to work hard on these ground strokes to win him points. And this is where you're looking for Roger Federer's serve to step up and contribute. And that's one of his favorite shots, that on the rise forehand down the line that really turns the tables on an aggressive returner. Boy, if he can pull a Houdini act right here and just somehow sneak out this game, this fan base, this crowd will go bananas.
Still break point and a second serve to be delivered by Federer. And Cilic breaks back. Things are heating up out here. No shortage of intensity as Cilic back on serve with Federer. Well, Roger Federer's momentum stopped dead in its tracks in that last game as he's unable to protect the one-break lead. First time he's had a one-break lead in this match with Cilic. Back on serve at 1-2 in the third. Cilic up 2-0. And now back to the drawing board for Federer. That was the type of return he was attempting earlier in the match. Just couldn't pull it off. If he's able to make that return, that could be a big bonus for Federer. Figure out what he's saying.
15.
Well, he speaks, what, 5 languages?
I mean, it's hard to tell unless it's clear, because you're right, he has so many languages he can choose from. I think if he's playing poorly, he should switch. Big point here for Roger Federer and Marin Cilic for different reasons. Again, Cilic just too tough in the big moments. All the big points have gone to the big man from Croatia, which is not what you would expect.
And not to mention,
17-time major champion.
When Cilic was tested down a break, he came storming right back, did not really lose his steam or his faith in his game.
Where's this composure coming from? Looks like he's been here before. He's never been to the U.S. Open semis. Made the semis in Australia in 2010, but it's been a long time.
The length of shot from Cilic has been really impressive. How many half volleys have we seen, you know, from the baseline, you know, just short pickups?
Federer is beside himself. Do you think Roger's shocked by the level Cilic is at in this
No,
match?
and the same with Monfils. Remember, they've played three sets, you know, just recently. So, and it was a dogfight.
Federer's never lost to Cilic, 5-0 against him. This was the first match in which he's ever lost the opening set against Cilic.
He's finding creases and areas of the court to pass. Oh, right there, just straight as an arrow.
Never know, though, how the tide of this match could turn if Federer can find a way to win this set.
Well, you can't. Right now, he's got to hold because it even gets down into, if he goes down 2 sets to love in a break, the way this guy is just rolling. Serve 103 miles an hour, bigger than his average second, which is usually in the mid-90s.
(40-15) does a good job to extend that lead. Federer with 11 aces in this match, but it hasn't been enough. It's been broken once in each set so far. And Federer holds serve. Stays slightly in front.
Federer leads by 3-2, third set.
Big forehand from Federer.
With that concentrated power of will that got through Monfils, and Federer's bringing it out once again. It's more of an emotional battle, an emotional fight to stay in this match.
And an opening here for Federer, which is magnified by this crowd.
And the serve comes through again.
That's you.
Boy, that's big. 132. That's the fastest serve of this match from Marin Cilic. Screwing up double fault. And Cilic comes through. 3-all third set.
3-all third set.
Cilic closer than he's ever been at a major final. Kei Nishikori awaits the winner. Three all.
And there's the little things that is really frustrating Roger Federer. Even when he hits a quality serve, there's Cilic just getting the ball back and play into a corner. No freebies for Roger here.
All.
That last second serve 104 miles an hour, digging even deeper to commit to a bigger game, a bigger serve, a bigger ground stroke.
It's just too good. Wide open.
Nice placement with the forehand, gets around the backhand, explodes. That's a big miss.
Just missed. And it may cost him big, as it's break point now for Cilic. And Federer hangs on.
Highlight that backhand return. It was a kick serve designed to get up over the shoulders of Cilic. And Cilic did not move his feet and take an aggressive cut. One of the first true shots where he kind of hesitated and did pull the trigger on a big play.
You gotta love the attitude Cilic has had in this match. He's come out with a big-time mentality. Taking on a legend of the game, a guy who's used to being in this situation. Cilic has been so composed.
Mr. Federer is challenging the call.
Federer going to go to the chase review on this.
The ball scored out.
He's normally not good on these reviews. Cilic is not sure.
Just missed.
Second service.
So it'll be a second serve for Federer.
How exciting is this? Second serve, 2 sets to love down.
And Marin Cilic is 2 sets up and a break in the third. 2 games away from the U.S. Open final. An improbable day at the U.S. Open. Kei Nishikori upsetting Novak Djokovic earlier, and now Marin Cilic, 2 games away from beating Roger Federer.
Go back to scoreboard pressure. Does Cilic really kind of stay with this magic carpet ride, this dream level of play that he's in? His returns like that last one are going to be so relevant right now, right here, the back end of this 3rd set. Can Roger find his game and really hold up against this big serving, 131 on this last one, big serving opponent?
Cilic has been a rock in this match. And Federer's not been able to chip at it at all. He hasn't been able to find a crack in Cilic's game.
Well, he had that early break in this set, and then he got broken right back.
And Cilic is 1 game away from the U.S. Open final.
Cilic leads by 5 games to 3. 3rd set.
Must-hold game for Federer.
30 love.
And he takes steps to doing that. 30 love. Tough day for the Federers.
Love.
Roger Federer is up against his tennis wall. Can he break to stay in the tournament? Marin Cilic stepping up to the line to make history.
Thank you.
As he serves for the U.S. Open final.
Biggest game of his life right here. And Roger Federer just bounced right out of his chair with a great positive attitude. Looking to battle, looking to compete, make it tough. And Cilic is still throwing lasers, absolute missiles.
There's been no Croatian man in a major final since Goran Ivanisevic at Wimbledon in 2001. He is sitting here watching. And Cilic now 2 points away. This is one of the most clutch performances I think I've seen.
Well, it's 2 aces this set, the last 2. Picking up his game, knowing that Roger's throwing everything into this fight. 3 aces in a row, 13 for the match.
40 love.
Triple match point. Roger Federer telling Marin Cilic he's happy for him. Marin Cilic capping an improbable day at the US Open as the legends are taken down by the youngsters.
Marin, amazing match. Congratulations. How are you able to hold your nerve so well in that last game and close out to get into your first Grand Slam final?
Yeah, just amazing day for me. I feel amazing, and to be able to play like this, I never dreamed of, and I think today was my best performance ever in my career.
In the final, you'll play another first-time finalist in Kei Nishikori. What are your thoughts on that first big final for both of you?
I think that's going to be a sensational day for both of us. I'm extremely happy to be in the final, first time in my career, and I'm just going to enjoy, be happy, and try to win.
Congratulations, great effort.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Back up to you, Bill.